needs to be used in 2 days.
All present here today. We invite all guests to take their seats as the competition is about to start soon. You are required to keep your phone on silent mode throughout the competition to ensure no disruptions. Thank you. Once again, good afternoon. My name is Anh.
And my name is Tuấn Phong.
Your MCs for today.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are all gathered here today for the 2023 English competition, Living in Harmony with Nature, hosted by the English Department of Trade School. On behalf of the organizing committee, I would like to welcome all of you to the 2023 English competition. For your information, the competition has gained huge attention and received a great number of videos presented by students from grade 1 to grade 9 in round 1 of the contest. A total of 10 students have been carefully selected to present in the final round of this year's competition. Now, I'm going to welcome all the honorable judges of today. First, please welcome Ms. Nguyễn Thị Hồng Liên, the vice principal.
Second, Ms. Vanessa Feld, primary English teacher.
The third is Mr. Liam Martin, the primary English teacher.
And last one is Mr. Alexander, secondary English teacher. And all of the participants and distinguished guests in the competition today.
Let's go through the rules of the final. The top 10 outstanding contestants who have advanced from round 1 will choose one of the following topics and give a live presentation in English on stage and answer the question from the judges.
The 7 topics are Earth Day, Earth Hour, World Water Day, plastic pollution, climate change, water conservation, and the importance of 3R.
The prizes of 2023 English competition, Living in Harmony with Nature, include: the first prize is a prize worth $1 million and 200,000 school money.
The second prize is a prize worth $500,000 and 100,000 school money.
And the third prize is a prize worth $300,000 and 50,000.
Firstly, I would like to invite our 10 contestants to come to the stage to choose the order of performance. I would like to welcome our teacher, our principal. Miss Trần Văn Tiến. Please come to the stage, the 10 contestants.
Các bạn hãy bốc thăm số thứ tự phía trước.
In the competition, to the stage.
10 bạn ạ.
10 of you.
Biha with her speech entitled
Bữa nay em giao mic cho bạn. Giao mic.
Chị ơi, có mic này không?
Dạ, em thêm Đạo Thanh Hà.
I'm here today to talk about climate change. My presentation is divided into 4 parts. Firstly, I will talk about the definition of climate change. Secondly, there are some main causes of climate change. Then I'll say about some consequences of climate change. And to end my presentation, I'll give you some solutions to this problem. So let's get started in the first part. What is climate change? According to United Nations, climate change is the long-term changes in temperatures and weather patterns, and it's different from natural weather variability. Now we're moving on to some main causes of climate change. There are many causes of climate change, but these are 3 main causes. The first one is by nature, the next one is by human, and the last one is by greenhouse effect. And there's also some gases that cause the greenhouse effect, such as carbon dioxide, methane, or nitrous oxide. How does the climate change affect human beings? These are the 4 consequences of climate change. Number 1, rising temperatures, also known as global warming. Number 2, droughts. Number 3, extreme weather events. And number 4, floods. Last but not least, I'll give you some solutions to this problem. The first one, put the 3 R's into practice. Cut down on what you throw away. Reuse and recycle whenever possible. Second, save energy and water. Consume less electricity at home and take shorter showers. Number 3, have a better lifestyle. Eat food that is local and in season. Eat less meat. Shop wisely and buy fewer clothes. And the number 4, also the last part, plant more trees. Because it can clean the air, provide more oxygen, and help combat climate change. This is the end of my presentation. Thank you for listening. Do you have any questions?
Hello, Bira. Well done. Thank you for your presentation. I just have one question for you. So my first question is, what do you think the world's climate will be like 50 years from now?
To answer this question, well, from my point of view, it could change for good and bad at the same time 50 years from now, because humans are finding more solutions to save our planet,
in the near future, they may successfully mitigate the consequences of climate change and help heal and restore the planet. And but on the other hand, we cannot control all of climate change. I bet that everyone here knows about the ice age and the extinction of dinosaurs. Well, there was some research into the causes, and back then humans didn't exist. So it means that some period during which the change in Earth's climate depends on itself, or due to some factors from outer space.
Yes, thank you. That was a great answer. I just have one more question. Do you think climate change is a big problem nowadays? And is this phenomenon affecting your life in any way?
My answer is yes. The problem is too enormous that the whole world knows about it now, and especially the results. This makes people bring in more policies about taking action to mitigate this issue to protect our planet for future generations. And about how is it affecting my life, I think it is the air, the most annoying and concernable problem, because the air has changed recently, and it has changed for the worse. Dust and smokes come from the air, make me feel really heavy and hard in breathing. And it can also cause some disease that no one wants. Thank you.
Thank you for such an informative speech. Now let's move to our second presenter.
Please give our second presenter a warm welcome.
Hello everyone, my name is Xanh. I'm 8 years old and I'm studying in class 3D1 Xanh Đức School. Today I want to talk to you about plastic pollution with full context. What is plastic? Plastic is a very useful material that we use for many different everyday items. Plastic is not natural. It is human-made and it doesn't rot down easily in the soil. What do you think when you see these pictures? Plastic everywhere. Plastic production is increasing. Many of products such as plastic bags, plastic bottles, and food wrappers have a lifespan of mere minutes to hours. Yet they may persist in the environment for hundreds to thousands of years. This is causing a plastic waste surplus harmful to water source and soil. Besides, many major rivers are carrying this plastic waste into our ocean. Millions of marine animals are killed by plastic every year, from birds to fish, and this plastic waste causes irreversible damage to the health of marine has become one of the most pressing environmental issues. So what can you do to help? The solution begins with you first. Reject, reduce, reuse, and recycle plastic. Don't buy plastic bottled water. Always try to use stainless steel bottles. Say no to plastic bags or straws. Pack food in reusable plastic containers instead of plastic bags. Give old plastic toys to a charity shop or a friend. Always put your rubbish in a bin or take it home, recycle them into other products. Go on a little pick and waste classification for recycling when you're grown up. We can all help to clean up the planet by making small changes. Let's all work together to make the earth a healthier and a cleaner place for everything. As a student at the school, please join and act. Thank you for listening.
Okay, that was great. I have one question over here. That was really a great presentation. I have a question for you. I was wondering, where do plastics in the ocean come from?
Very thanks for your question. I think it's all start with our litter. For example, if we throw plastic trash everywhere, then many major rivers carrying this plastic waste into our ocean.
Yeah, great answer. So this is coming in. Hello. Okay, so this is two.
Okay. Yeah, great answer. I have one more question, and then we are finished. How is plastic harmful to humans?
Many thanks for your question. I think because plastic pollution causes water source and soil contamination harmful to our health, including causing cancer or changing hormones.
All right.
Thank you for such a well-prepared speech. Now, let's move to our third presenter.
Hello everybody, my name is Conway from class 5 or 6 in scientific school, and I'm very grateful to talk about a topic named plastic pollution. So plastic pollution is one of the most pressing environmental issues in the world. So there are 3 questions I can tell about the plastic pollution. First, what is plastic? Second, what is the problem with plastic? And the third, how do we protect our planet? The first question, what is plastic? So, plastic is a man-made material. It's used to make many things around us. And it's super useful, it's very cheap. So, to the second question, what is the problem with plastic? So So the problems are we use more plastic than we need, and there are 50% of single-use plastic in the world. Another problem is we use the average in 12 minutes, but it takes for 1,000 years to make it to break. So to the third question, how can we do to protect? So there are 6 ways to reduce single-use plastic. First, you can bring your own coffee cup. That means you just bring your cup and then don't use a plastic cup. Second, you use reusable straws or no straws. Because straws are made of plastic and very useful, but it's not good for the nature. The third way is to use a reusable shopping bag. Every time you go shopping, you can reuse this again and again. But if you reuse plastic bags, you can just use it, but it will be easily destroyed. The fourth way is to bring the reusable sandwich wrap, or you can bring some food else. But you must bring this reusable wrap to take food everywhere, not to use the only plastic. The fifth way is to use a reusable cloth nappies. So if you bring clothes, you can just bring this bag. You don't need to use a plastic bag. And the sixth way is to bring a reusable water bottle. So if you use a plastic bottle, it'll be a waste in the environment. So you can just bring a water bottle. You can reuse it again and again. So how long does it take to decompose? So it takes for some plastic bottles for 450 years, and also a diaper. If you use chewing gum, it will take over 25 years. If you use plastic bags, it takes 10 to 20 years to decompose. And all other things, it just takes from 1 to 5 years, or like 2 months. So you must, if you want to save the environment and nature, you must recycle plastic. You can recycle as much plastic as you can if you don't want to waste the environment. So you might have a question, where does the plastic go? So where does the plastic go? It could end up to the sea. 80% of plastic in the sea comes from the land. So how do you come here? It may be because of ocean dumping, waste landfill sites, plastic littering our drinking, like washing clothes, using toothpaste, and foam. And now thank you for listening, and have a good day.
Hello, hello. Yeah, great job. That was a great presentation. I have another question for you. My question is, what do you know about the history of plastic?
Well, there's a person named Leo Bigland from from Belgium, and he had a lab in New York City, and he invented and discovered plastic. It's from the idea of straws and wood.
Oh, I didn't know that. Cool. Thank you for telling me. I have one more question, and that is, what do you think about plastic bags?
Well, if you use plastic bags, it's very useful. You can use many times. It's easily to break. If it breaks, you give it to the trash, and the trash will go to the landfill site. But it will cause the environment will have a waste of trash.
Excellent job. Let's clap.
Thank you for such an informative presentation. Let's welcome our next contestant. Please give our first presenter a warm welcome.
Hello everyone. My name is Ngô Khánh Vi. I'm in class 9 and 2, and today I will talk about the importance of 3 R's. My presentation will last for 3 minutes, and I will go through 3 main parts. To begin with, what is it in 3 R's? In 3 R's, we have reduce, reuse, and recycle. And what is the 3 R? This is the effective environmental rotation measure, and it works as a cycle between reduce, reuse, and recycle. And this measure is being applied by many countries like Singapore and Japan. And now we will talk about reduce. What is reduce? Reduce is reducing the amount of waste released into the environment by use. The product can be used many times instead of constantly buying new products and disposing the product that can only be used once. And now we will talk about reuse. Reuse is making the most of the use value of a product to help save the natural resources in production. The last one is recycle. Recycle is taking the old inorganic waste to produce new usable products to save the fuels and reduce waste. And let's move on to the second part in my presentation. Why are the 3 R's important? For individuals, 3 R help them raise their awareness about environment protection and help them have a good health in a fresh air. For manufacturers, 3 R help them save their time and their money in finding new raw materials in production. For environment, 3 R reduce harmful agents or types of pollution. And let's take a look at the question, how can we implement 3 R's? And now I will introduce some ways to us for make 3 R's in our lives. Way 1. You can use reusable items made of safe materials to save the raw materials in nature. Way 2. Use objects for many different purposes. And way 3. Create new products from inorganic waste. And this is the end of my presentation. Thank you for listening.
Hello, Hanvi. Thank you for your presentation. I have 2 questions for you. And question number 1, why have people's attitudes towards recycling changed over the last several years?
Yes, perhaps because in recent years, when people saw that pollution was becoming more and more serious, they have begun to make changes to improve it. And along with that, around each us in media channels, we can see a lot of information about the pollution, and so that it makes them and message of activities encourage people to protect the environment, help them change their awareness about and be responsible in protecting environment.
Thank you. I have one more question for you before you go. How can you raise awareness about recycling in your region?
Yes, for me, raising awareness among people, you must first raising among young people because they have a great influence in today's society. And therefore, I will carry out a communicate campaign because it is the easiest to reach them. And through the videos, memes, or social network posts, I will help them to be aware of effects of environment pollution. From that helps them to see the benefits of protecting the environment and guides them on ways to protect the environment and spread it to everyone around them.
Thank you for such a wonderful speech. Now let's move to our next presenters.
Hi guys, my name is Fong. I'm in class 61. Today I have a question for you. Why plastic pollution is a serious threat to our environment? Plastic pollution is a real threat. Plastic wastes are thrown into oceans and landfills. They're not decomposed and become microplastic. They will go into food chain and remain in human body and animals. According to reports by WWF, 1/4 of fish contain microplastic, and people are consuming 5 grams of microplastic per year, per week. 5 grams is heavy by a credit card. What are plastic items? Students here know plastic items like plastic bags, plastic cups, plastic dishes, our clothes, and the sandals which are you wearing every day is made by plastic. Yeah, plastic is really convenient. It also causes a lot of dangers to our earth. Let's explore why. These are important facts. 100 years ago, plastic was invented. 300 million tons of plastic were produced per year. 8 million tons of plastic waste go into the ocean each year. 50% of all plastic waste is single-use items. 90% of all plastic cannot be decomposed, and only 9% of all plastic can be recycled. How long to decompose at sea? If the apple core takes 2 months to decompose, so our plastic bag needs 10 to 20 years to decompose. If the plastic bottle needs 450 years, it's not the longest. The longest time is 600 years for the fishing line, which are the fishermen throw into oceans. And plastic pollution is dangerous to sea animals. Some plastic waste same shape Some plastic waste have the same shape with its food, so the animals will eat it or stop and die. And plastic also affects on the human body. Plastic can be a solid smoother because it can harm lungs, kidneys, hormones, and cause cancer. For above evidence, I strongly believe that plastic pollution is a serious threat to our planet, animals, and human beings. plastic pollution? Firstly, we should apply 3 R's. These are examples. Reduce plastic packaging by buying several stuffs worn over time. Reuse single-use plastic bags, bottles to carry trash. Recycled plastic bottles into pen holders or beautiful flower pots. Secondly, we should switch to eco-friendly alternatives like plastic pens to plantable or recycled pen. We should use products made from wood, bamboos, paper, recycled or biodegradable materials. At school, we should motivate students' awareness about living in harmony with nature, and we should collect and sort the trash. For both evidence, plastic brings too much convenience to our life. That's why solving plastic pollution is not easy. Everyone has to make every single action to reduce plastic. Would you like to protect our green planet? Let's do it right now. My presentation ends here. Thank you for listening.
Okay, thank you, Hong Fang, for presentation. It's impressed me a lot about your presentation with a lot of facts, and you
make them need to change the awareness about how to protect the environment. Yes. And I would like to have one question for you.
Yes.
Like, how does plastic affect animals in our environment?
Thank you for your question. Plastic pollution affects animals because it can be when plastic has the same shape or color with its food, they'll eat it without checking. And with our environment, people can't be acids, and plastic decompose more than 1,000 years. That's all.
And I have one more question for you is that what can you do to reduce plastic waste in your daily life?
Can you repeat again? Yes.
Like, what can you do to reduce plastic waste in your daily life?
I can pick up plastic and recycle it like a flower pot, a pen holder, and even I can make it as a music instrument. And I also can make it into beautiful decorations for events. That's all.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Thank you for such an exciting presentation. Please give us next presenter a warm welcome. Please welcome to our youngest presenter today.
Today I want to talk about things we can do for our planet, the Earth. It's called reduce, reuse, and recycle. First, let's talk about reduce. Reduce means, for example, we can write a little bit throwing one Right, the wind blowing away, but we can never survive. It means we can set the tree and make the flowers happy. Next is reuse. Reuse means we use things again and again. For example, this is me. I buy a bottle of water. I drink it now and I can wash it and fill it up again. I use it again. This means we can save the money and save the our earth clean. Last is recycle. Recycle like a magic. When we keep stock, when we donate any more things. Do you know people can make new plastic bags from plastic garbage? Instead of throwing plastic away, but we can put into the space to be recycling. This means we can save the money and save our earth clean and beautiful. We can do big things, three things: reuse, and recycle. We can make big difference. Remember, even though we can do big things for the earth. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Winnie, for your presentation. You are in grade 1, right? 1D1.
Yeah.
And I think it's really good when one grade 1 student can make a presentation like that, right? And I have one question for you. That can you tell me one thing you can reuse at home?
Yes, I can reuse this plastic bottle of water. After I drink it all, and I can wash it and fill it up.
So you can reuse your water bottle, right? Thank you for your idea. And one more question for you: that why it is important to reduce, reuse, and recycle? Why?
It's important because it helps our earth clean and healthy.
Wow, good answer. Thank you so much. And one clap now for Winnie and grade 1. She's really good and brave for the presentation.
Nice job, yeah.
Thank you for such an encouraging speech. Now let's move to our next contestant.
See, you're sitting. He was my student master. Oh, yes.
Thank you.
One left.
Writing is really good.
Hello everybody, my name is Sona and today I will talk about climate change. So what is climate and what are the differences between climate and weather? Well, in the easiest way to explain, climate is the long-term weather, but weather changes every day.
So what is climate change? Well, there are two types of climate change. The first type is our Earth becomes hotter, and the second type is our Earth becomes colder. And at the moment, our Earth is being hotter day by day. So what causes the climate change? Well, the atmosphere, which protects us from the sunlight, is being destroyed by the air pollution. And there's another effect that also destroys our atmosphere is the greenhouse effect. And do you know that CO2, which is called carbon dioxide, which is one of the main greenhouse gases levels, are currently at their highest in 2 million years. And what are the impacts of climate change? Well, climate change makes the ice melt and make the sea level rise. And climate change also makes the drought happen more often and make the weather more extreme too. So what have we done to make the climate change happen? Well, we have done many bad things to the environment, like burning fossil fuels, cutting down forests, and littering. So how to reduce the climate change? Well, there are many things to do to reduce the climate change, such as choosing cleaner ways to power our homes and cars. You can take the energy from the sunlight. Turning off lights that are not in use because we can save energy from saving electricity. And the most important thing is planting trees, because trees make oxygen and trees also reduce the climate change too. And you can also walk or cycle if you can. So there are many things to do to reduce climate change. So let's start to protect our Earth now, because the result will be better if we action sooner. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Alright. No microphone?
What is that?
No microphone or yes?
Alright. So I have two questions for you. The first question is, how is climate change affecting wildlife?
Well, climate change affects wildlife much. Climate change makes many forests burn and make the drought happen, so it destroys the habitat of the animals. And the animals have nowhere to live and they become in danger.
Wow. In your opinion, what is the most severe effect of climate change?
Well, in my opinion, the most severe effect of climate change is the drought, because the drought make a ground Well, I think, in my opinion, the most certain effect of climate change is drought, because there isn't water to drink, and we will quickly die because we can only live without water for 3 days.
That's a very good answer. Nice job.
Thank you, Tuấn Lâm.
it's so hard to know if I'm too harsh. Just be consistent with yourself, and then it doesn't matter.
Thank you for such a wonderful presentation. Please welcome our next presenter.
Everyone quiet.
Say oh hi.
Be quiet.
Hello, my name is Bảo Lâm. I'm in class 5A9 of Xanh, Đức School. Recently, I was given a project to present with you about plastic pollution. What is plastic, you may ask? What about pollution? Another question. Today, I will share with you what I've discovered. Plastic is everywhere. It can be either solid or liquid. It's easy to be made into any shapes. It's a non-biodegradable material. It'll never leave the earth. It'll remain forever. What is pollution? Pollution is the introduction of harmful material into the environment. That means things can kill us where everything and everybody lives. Here are some pictures of plastic pollution. Why is plastic harmful? Plastic is made from petroleum. Plastic pollution is everywhere in our cities, parks, lakes, and rivers. Plastic pollution causes 3 types of pollution: air, land, and water. The first thing I want to share with you is about air. It causes 2 reasons of air pollution. The first reason is that during the making of plastic, it causes the greenhouse gases which are released into the car. The next thing I want to share with you is about land. Plastic are now being burned in massive landfills all around the world. Microplastics find their way into plants and trees. Farmers can't grow their vegetables or feed their animals on land anymore. The last thing I want to share with you is about water. About 14 million tons of plastic end up in the ocean every year. This makes up about 80% of marine rubbish has been found in the ocean. Marine animals eat the plastic, thinking it's food. This kills about 100,000 marine animals every year too. Humans are eating marine animals, so therefore we're ingesting plastic in our bodies. Here are the facts of plastic pollution. Plastic covers over 40% of the world's ocean surface. Every year, the world uses 500 billion plastic bags. We buy 1 million plastic bottles every minute. It takes up about 1,000 years to decompose. Many of them will never decompose. We don't know. What can you do to help reduce plastic? Way 1. Weekend education. I have a little story to tell you. My mom took me to some eco-friendly shop so we can buy some products that aren't made of plastic. She took me to 10 shops, but they were all closed. She took me to bookstores and other shops also. About 90% of their products are made of plastic. She ran some eco-friendly shop, but they said they don't do this type of business in Vietnam because not many Vietnamese people are aware of this problem. Now I realized that education is very important. My second dad from England has taught me a lot about plastic pollution because I don't even know anything about plastic before this competition. I think everyone should be educated about how to stop plastic pollution. Here is another way to protect the environment from plastic pollution. We should reduce, reuse, and recycle plastic. Here is another way. We can do smart packaging. Example, when we go to a shop or something, we don't have to buy lots of plastic bags. We can buy big eco-friendly bags so we can put our groceries in it. And also, when we go to a restaurant, we can bring our own things, like some paper cups instead of taking the plastic cups. Thank you for listening and goodbye.
Okay, I've got two questions for you. The first question is, why is it important to reduce pollution?
Thank you for your question. Well, because from my thing, because it's not good for the environment. In 2050, there will be more plastic in the ocean more than fish.
Wow. And question number 2, let's do, in your life, what are you doing to reduce plastic pollution?
Well, when I don't throw plastic away, when I don't know how many times I can reuse it.
Do you do anything with that plastic?
Maybe I create a little art or some toys, or I can do it for like a I can do it for like a vase to put some flowers in, or a pencil case I put my pencil crayons in.
Wow. That's a lot of really good ideas. Thank you so much for your answer.
Well, I have a little gift.
Thank you for yours.
Thank you for such an inspiring speech. Now, let's move to our next presenter.
She has a gift for
Oh.
all the judges here. Con đợi một chút. Wow. Rồi các bạn khán giả có thể cho bạn Minh Sơn một tràng pháo tay để cổ vũ bạn tự tin hơn đúng không ạ?
Hello everyone, my name is Minh-Sơn, and in class 3D1 at Secondary School. Today I talk about the topic climate change. Table. What is climate change? Climate change is a change in temperature and the weather of the earth. These changes can alter the environment and cause problems across the world. The main causes of climate change are natural causes, human causes, and greenhouse effects. Greenhouse effect. The greenhouse effect is a global warming occurs, triggering climate change. Main causes that cause the greenhouse effect are methane, the gases released by cows, pigs, and chickens. 2. Carbon dioxide. Fossil fuels like coal and petrol release CO2 when burned. 3. The last one, nitrous oxide, known as laughing gas and used in hospitals. 3. Consequences of climate change. As a result of climate change, many different environmental changes are happening, such as shrinking glaciers, rising sea levels, plant species shifting locations, trees and plants towering much earlier in the year, and animal species becoming endangered. If global warming is not reducing, some very serious consequences will be up to 30% of the Earth's wildlife could become extinct. Up to 90% of the ocean's coral reefs will become lifeless. Agriculture dependence on rain-using harvest have. Droughts and storms become more frequent and extreme. The last one, low-lying settlements and ecosystem could be lost due to rising sea levels. 4. Environmental education is very urgent. Everybody must do the best. We only have one planet to live and share. We must look after it. We should reduce, reuse, recycle, use cars less, and use less electricity. We should eat less meat and dairy, plant a tree instead, use less water, have a quick shower instead of a bath. So to generate change, it's necessary to communicate and raise awareness about environmental education. We are not only actors, but also leaders in care and conservation of our early earth. As one student in secondary school, I am committed to cooperating in the care of the environment, save energy at home, reducing consumption, use public transportation, protecting and planting, consuming plants, and raising my voice. Education is the most powerful weapon to change the world. Nelson Mandela. Thank you.
Thank you, Minh-Sơn. I have two questions for you. Question number one is, how does climate change affect our health?
The climate change health in the animal is die and the land is dry too.
So how it affects your health?
How does it affect our health as humans?
Humans do not have water and
get very thirsty. I have one more question for you. In your opinion, what is the most severe effect of climate change?
He doesn't know anything at all. Guess we'll be okay.
That's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. For your presentation. Now
One more time.
Thank you. You can say thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you for such an encouraging presentation.
Thank you for listening. Goodbye.
Now let's welcome our last contestant, Fully from class 91, which her speech entitled The Importance of 3 R's.
Rồi, chúng ta đã đến lượt cuối cùng của thí sinh cuối cùng rồi. Cô sẽ mời các bạn đến tự nhà. Các bạn cho lên một tràng pháo tay nào.
Hello judges and audience, my name is Willing from class 91. Firstly, it's my honor to be here joining this competition. In this presentation, I would like to talk about 3 R's. I choose 3 R because I like the message that are specific, approachable, and easy to do. Being the last contestant, I think my presentation is not used for compete. Only I just hope to inspire more about environmental protection and give useful advice to all of you here. So now let's move to the main part. First of all, let's have a look on the stated quote. Every year in Vietnam, there are about 1.8 million tons of plastic are released into the environment, but only 27% of them is recycled. That is the reason why we need 3 R's. Firstly, reduce is when we cut back on the amount of trash. Reuse is finding new ways to use things that would have been thrown out. And recycle is turning something old and useless into something new and useful. So, how can we reduce? Firstly, buy and use less. We should buy only what we need and use all of what we buy. Secondly, we should try making some wise package selections. You can reduce waste by selecting products that are not waste in the packaging, and the fact is that flashy and fun packaging usually cost more and usually add no value to the product. Teacher, can you help me? Away, and remember, one man's trash is another man's treasure, and we should take advantages of the item, and we can also pass on to another user. Recycle is the last one. When we recycle, we remake things into new products. Recycle usually takes less energy and fewer resources. This activity is quite easy and doesn't require much money, and recycling also can stimulate our creativity, and you can also earn some money from your remade products. For example, we can try turning plastic bottle into flower pots or pen boxes. So don't just just talk, let's take some actions. Personally, I will not throw trash into the environment. I will avoid using and throwing plastic bags. And I also try recycling old items such as water bottles and old books. And in school, teachers should raise and teach students about 3 R's. Moreover, the whole school should avoid consuming and disposing of waste. We could organize a competition to persuade students into recycling. And besides, using paper items such as straws, bottles, and cups is a good idea one. And nowadays, there are many people are supporting 3 R's too. And here is some picture about 981 student products in 3 years studying in Đạo Đức. We had made kaleidoscopes by old materials, and we reuse old items to decorate a fish tank, and many more. So let's protect our earth together. Thank you for listening.
Hello? So I have 2 questions for you. The first question is, why are the 3 R's important?
The reason why 3 R is important is that it is a simple approach to environmental protection. And everybody from children to adults can do it every day, every time. Should we follow the 3 R's, we can not only protect the environment, but also save our money, our resource, our time, and it will foster and enhance people's morality too.
In what ways can you practice the 3 R's at home?
I have practiced 3 R's at home every day, and I also always reduce the amount of electricity by cleaning the electrical device regularly. I always turning it off when going out and making the most of light and sun from the natural environment. And besides, I recycle and reuse most of the plastic items in my home. And I want to show you something. This is one of my products when I was going to the shopping mall with my teacher. And I really like it because it's made from the plastic piece, and it is a handmade picture. And I really like the recycled product because it contains people have been very conscientious to do the remade thing.
Wow, I can really see you using it. Good job.
Thank you for such an inspiring speech. Dear teachers and audience present here today, all contestants have successfully presented their speech. We would like to give a short break for our judges to deliberate. The result will be announced shortly.
quả nhé.
Can I have your attention, please? The results are already in my hands, and now I would like to present the prize to the winner of this year's English competition, Living in Harmony with Nature.
Before we announce the winner, I would like to acknowledge the importance of the judges who came here and evaluated the performance with wisdom and honesty. Thank you very much for your commitment.
Now, the moment we have all been waiting for. The third prize of this year's competition goes to Phạm Hùng Phong from class 6A1. Bùi Như Tuấn Lâm from class 5A6. And Ngô Khánh Vi from class 9A2. Congratulations.
I would like to call upon Ms. Hồng Liên to come forward to present flower to the contestant. Please give a big hand to all runners-up for this year's competition. Nguyễn Phước Linh from class 9A1. Congratulations.
I would like to call on Mr. Phạm Tuấn Đạt to come forward to present flowers to the contestants. So sorry if you made a mistake. The runner-up, we also have Trần from class 3D1. Sorry for this. Congratulations. Living in Harmony with Nature goes to a very excellent student. Can you guess who is that? The winner goes to an outstanding participant with presentation. Phạm Hà Bảo Lan from class 9A. Congratulations.
I would like to call upon Mr. Phạm Đại to come forward to present flowers to the professor.
I would like to call upon Ms. Vanessa, Mr. Alex, and Mr. Liam to come forward to present flowers to the contestant. Please come to the stage. That many from class 1D1. Bùi Công Sơn from class 3D1. Đặng Khôn Nguyên from class 5A6. And Tạ Việt Hạ from class 9A1.
Xin mời toàn bộ các thầy cô hôm nay tham gia vào ban tổ chức cũng như tham dự buổi ngày hôm nay đã lên đây chụp ảnh với các con ạ. Xin mời các thầy cô và mời bạn lên cùng chụp ảnh ạ. Các thầy cô lên đi ạ. Mời please invite all the whole teacher and 10 students. Yeah, okay. Okay, let's get it. Mời thầy Đạt và các cô Jenny lên chụp ảnh chung với cả đội luôn ạ.
Classic, classic. Turn it on like